spurs you on, gets you going. Let's make history. Pure power.
There's no way back from this, surely.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Pride.
If you had the choice, what prize would change your life?
Yes!
Woohoo! The competition's from as little as 5p per entry. What are you waiting for? You could be next to change your life with that prize, guys.
In the wild, everything is always in front of you. Sauvage Elixir, Dior.
If you love the fight, you'll love the game.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
How do you like it? On the show, so aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this.
With a corner knockdown.
Still the undisputed champion of the world. Press conference live on DAZN.
Well, a very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Fight Week in Birmingham, and welcome to this afternoon's final press conference as well. Now, listen, what a main event we have for you on Saturday night, the long-awaited, eagerly anticipated official Matchroom debut for the surgeon Olympic silver medalist Ben Whittaker, who faces Benjamin Gavazi in the main event, the WBC silver light heavyweight title on the line, exclusively around the world on the global home of boxing, right here on DAZN. Now, as is customary with the rebranded press conferences, we have a few familiar zones to get through here this afternoon. You can see behind me a familiar face, former IBF World Flyweight Champion, Mr. Sonny Edwards, in the house. I'll be joining him a little bit later on in the programme. Over there in the face-off zone, I can see the voice of boxing himself, Mr. Adam Smith. Keep your eyes peeled for that one, but both sides of the main event with their respective teams are standing by. Main event press conference time here with promoter Eddie Hearn.
Thanks, Jamie. Doing a tremendous job there. And welcome everybody to what is a very, very important show for British boxing, for DAZN, for Matchroom, here at the NEC in Birmingham on Saturday. Of course, as I said, live and exclusive on DAZN around the world. The Matchroom debut, the DAZN debut, if you want to call it that, of what we believe is one of the biggest stars in global boxing, Ben Whittaker. This Saturday, he fights for his first major title, the WBC Silver Championship, in a fight against Benjamin Gavazi from Germany, in a much anticipated performance where we believe we're going to see a very special talent in Ben Whittaker. This is a guy that we believe can go on in one of the toughest divisions of the sport and be involved in some major, major fights for this country and around the world. Of course, we know the amateur pedigree, the Olympic silver medal. We've seen the talent so far, but with just 10 fights, now it starts to get serious. And we believe we have, as we said, one of the red-hot talents of the sport of boxing. His opponent, Benjamin Gavazi, has come with a lot to say. The DMs have been flooding in from German fight fans and respected people that say this man is one to watch on Saturday night. Ben, we'll start with you. A lot of people in Germany telling me, watch out for this guy. He's coming for victory on Saturday. You look tremendous, ready for the moment of your career on Saturday.
Yeah, first of all, thank you all for being here. Thank you for the opportunity. Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, thank you. yeah, I'm ready. It's my chance of my life, and I will take this chance. And I'm ready, and it's a moment of my life, and I have nothing to lose, and everyone that have nothing to lose knows that the person is danger, and I'm come to win.
You said in this man you see nothing special. He doesn't showboat against good fighters. You believe you have the beating of him on Saturday?
100%. He is a big name. I respect that, and he do a lot of in boxing. He was a good amateur, and I watch his amateur fights. But in boxing, everything can happen. You know, AJ was a big name, and everyone when he fight against Andy Ruiz, nobody expect that he lost. And in boxing, everything can happen. Yeah.
When you look at him and you see this showmanship and stuff, what gives you the belief you can beat him? What's the difference? Is it the desire? Do you think your heart is better? Do you think your skill is better?
No, we have a game plan, and I train the stuff with my coach, and I'm very focused, and I don't think about the stuff, how the fight's gonna be. I just ready to fight, and I can't wait for Saturday.
A quick word from Dominic, the trainer, as well. Dominic, welcome. Been a good training camp. Your man looks in great shape, a lot of confidence, and that's shared by the training team ahead of Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. He is well in shape. We trained for this one, like he told us. It's a great opportunity for him to fight, but we are not scared of anybody. So he trained with the best of the world. We have a great team. He has great sparring with the other parts of the team. So what should him surprise? So nothing. So we will see what happens on Saturday. When the bell rings, so we see what happens.
Well, thank you, Dominic. As we said, this fight on Saturday, part of just a wonderful schedule on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Last Saturday in Riyadh, just an incredible night. Next Saturday in Monaco as well, one of the best cards we've seen out there. Then we're in Stockton as well before we head to Ghana, and then back to the night of the Samurai in Saudi Arabia on December 27th. And I promised Alfie Sharman that I wasn't going to unveil that whole schedule and let you do your thing. But Alfie, grinning like a Cheshire cat, because right now, let's be honest, DAZN are the absolute governors of the sport of boxing.
Yeah, listen, thanks. We're flying at the moment. I just want to take a few moments to just kind of recollect the recent weeks and the superstars we've had on our platform. Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Small Matter, as you mentioned, Eubank Ben 2, which took over the United Kingdom and the world of boxing. Some incredible numbers on our platform, which we're building on then into Riyadh, which for me was one of the greatest cards that I've been privileged enough to be in person. But here we are, what a fight week it is, headlined by an amazing talent in Ben Whittaker, top to bottom, lots of exciting fights. When Matchroom confirmed the signing of Ben, and consequently exclusive to DAZN, of course, we knew his caliber, we knew his profile, his talent and his ability. I'll tell you what our job is. Our job is to make him a superstar worldwide and stick him alongside the names that I've just discussed. I know that he's got big plans with Andy, and he's got a great team and a great gym, so the culture's right. And our job at DAZN is to sell Ben globally. He's a superstar in the UK. If you head to Japan, if you head to the German platform, Italy, Spain, the United States, Ben will be all over that platform. So between us and our huge reach globally of sports fans, Ben's very loyal social media following, who I know will get behind him, we encourage you to join us this weekend exclusively on DAZN. I'm very excited. The schedule that Eddie's kind of alluded to is unrivaled. We could talk for a very long time, far too long to hear from me on our schedule, but the notes that Eddie talked about before the year ends, we've got some amazing cards. We've got offers this week as well for DAZN customers and new prospects coming to our platform, starting at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so join us. And then into New Year, Moses Talma, Amanda Serrano, Wood Warrington too, more to be announced very, very soon. But yeah, we look forward to seeing you all on the Undisputed Global Home of Boxing this Saturday, and good luck to both men.
Thanks, Alfie. Yeah, just to echo that incredible schedule, of course, 4 shows from us announced already for 2026. Andy Cruz will challenge for the World Championship against Murataya in Vegas on January the 31st. January the 24th, January the 31st, Josh Kelly goes for gold in the first World Championship fight in the Northeast for 10 years against Muratayev. Wood Warrington press conference coming up, and Nunes against Navarrete, the big unification fight in Phoenix, is going to be mouth-watering. Ben Whittaker team, Andy Lee, welcome. You're very easy to work with, Andy, in the respect of, we looked at names for Ben Whittaker. I sent you Benjamin Gavazi. You come straight back and you went, he'll do. Perfect. A proper test, though, on Saturday night. Again, a lot of people, you know, they understand the ability of Ben Whittaker, but saying this is no joke come Saturday night for the WBC silver title.
Yeah, it's a meaningful fight. He's 19-1 and hasn't lost in a number of years, so he's a challenge, and you need that challenge as a fighter. Not so much as a coach, but as a fighter, I think Ben needs that challenge. And it's a fight we're taking very serious. And people talk about, we've all heard the word talent in association with Ben, but people don't see the hard work he puts in and how dedicated he is. And he has all the ingredients. When you put that behind the talent, which is phenomenal, he has all the ingredients to go all the way. And I think with this platform of DAZN, Matchroom as a promoter now, and the plan that you have in place, I think it's just there to be done. We just, as long as don't go off the rails, stay on the track, continue the work he's doing, he'll be world champion. I don't want to put a time frame on it, but when it's right, when the time is right for him. And I'd just like to take the moment to acknowledge his team and thank them for all the hard work they've done as well. Heather, Will, Liam, his brother Jamie, his dad, and Scott, the nutritionist. So they've all done a fantastic job helping me prepare him. And thank Ben as well for trusting me and doing the work. And I think you're in for a very, very good performance on Saturday.
Thanks, Andy. Well, Ben, the moment's nearly here. You look incredibly healthy and fresh. The man to my left's got a few bits to say, but ready. Birmingham, Saturday night, live on DAZN. The surgeon is back.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds real good. Firstly, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to thank everybody for coming out. And Andy said it good. He said it perfect. I've got a great team. I'm looking good, feeling good. And when you look this good, you shine. So tune in Saturday. You're going to see something good.
This guy says, doesn't see anything special. We know that people might think because of the showmanship, they question your desire when it gets tough in there. What should he expect on Saturday night?
You know, he's saying the things you're supposed to say. It's all good and well saying it, sitting there with your interviews. Oh, I don't see nothing special. Come Saturday, you'll see how special I am.
When you talk about the hype, how much is that pressure there to put on that kind of performance? We know first and foremost, we've got to win. This is your first major championship on Saturday. It's going to put you top 3 or 4 in the world. I know you want to look good doing it, but it's got to come with a statement, given the hype.
Yeah, of course. Pressure's in all walks of life. Everything you do, whatever job you do, there's pressure. And the pressure comes from myself, if anything. Andy knows I'm a perfectionist. Everything I do, I try and do perfect. It's going to be a perfect job Saturday.
Well, finally, from both of you, Ben, how does this fight go on Saturday night? Don't give me a win by any means necessary. How do you envisage beating this man live on DAZN?
I want to give predictions or something. Let's happen. Let's fight. And yeah, I just have to say that I'm ready and I'm very excited and I enjoy the moment and yeah, I can't wait for Saturday.
Sunday.
No.
Sunday.
Saturday.
Bloody hell.
Just I say Sunday?
No, I think it was
must be low at the weight, man.
In German, yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, no real prediction, but one from you. You put the pressure on yourself to look sensational and get this guy out of there?
I'm just going to look sexy and beat him down and go home and eat my food. That's it. So make sure you tune in. The man over there said they've got some good discounts coming up this Black Friday. Purchase your subscription and watch something special.
Well, thank you, Ben Whittaker. Thank you, Benjamin Gavazi. As we said as well, an unbelievable fight card on Saturday. Before the bell, Alfie Middlemiss will kick off the show. Zelfa Barrett is back in a really good fight against Liam Dillon. Ibrahim Suleiman in a big local derby for his first championship. Then we'll go live on DAZN with Molly McCann. Also an absolute thriller, Aaron Bowen against Tom Cowlin. Massive tickets sold by both. And then, of course, the eagerly anticipated Bad Blood rematch, which we cannot wait for, between Cameron Vong and, of course, Gavin Gwynn over there. Both of them with Adam Smith.
Thanks very much, Eddie. What a fantastic main event. Brilliant time for boxing, as Alfie's saying, and rematch time. What a rematch we had the other week at Tottenham. This is one I cannot wait for. Cameron Vong, 9-0. Gavin Gwynn, former European, British, Commonwealth champion. You've done it all. You met nearly a year ago. Cameron, I'll give you the first word. It was controversial. A lot of people thought you lost it. Did you feel you won it? And were you angry or happy with your performance that night?
First things first, I wasn't happy with the performance. Having said that, I believe I won the fight by 2 rounds. I'm well aware everyone's entitled to their own opinion, Adam. People may think I lost that fight, that's fine. That's why we're here again, so there's no dispute.
That is why we're here again. Gavin, how did you feel afterwards? Gutted, dejected? I know that the sponsors sort of fell away and it was tough times for you, right?
Yeah, I was gutted. Obviously, straight after the fight, I just said I'm done with boxing. But obviously, Eddie had a word with me and said he'll get a rematch back on. I just kept on waiting and waiting.
Do you think Eddie felt you won?
I think so, yeah. He said in an interview after that he thought I nicked it 6-4. So, like a lot of people, obviously it was a close fight. It was back and forth. It was a good fight. That's why the fans want to see it again. That's why we got the rematch on. But it's just one of them things with boxing. I've been to the highs. I've been to the lows. I just can't wait to get back in this Saturday now and get back on that high. Yeah.
It was a fantastic fight. We won it again, as pulsating as it was 364 days ago. Will it be, or will it be very different now under Ben Davison and Lee Wiley, Cameron?
I think it's going to be very different. The first fight, I turned up. I thought all I had to do was turn up, and I thought I was going to blow them away, to be honest. Immaturity played a part. A lot's changed since then. Since the last fight, I knew this day was going to come, so since then, you know, I've switched teams and I've been getting ready for this fight. I'm in a great place. I think what people forget is I took this fight out of him in my 7th pro fight. This man, I've got a lot of respect for him. He's achieved great things in the sport, but I believe it's my time now. There's a reason why I know the prospect has got in there with him since my fight, because he's a hard night's work and he's a veteran in the sport. And like I said, I've got a lot of respect for him, but it's my time Saturday night.
You've had a couple of victories. Do you feel this is a much more mature Cameron Vong, even though you're just 23, since last year?
100%, like I said before. The first fight, I thought I was going to blow this man away. I was ill-prepared the first time. I thought all I need to do is turn up, which is stupid of me, but you learn from your mistakes, and I know exactly what I'm getting in with this time round. I'm ready.
Great team in your corner, great team in yours. Gary Lockett, one of the best in the business. Yeah. He doesn't waste his time, and you haven't wasted your time. I know it's been one of the hardest camps of your life. Great nutrition, you feel fantastic. What are you going to do to Cameron this time around to make sure of victory?
I think I just got to turn up myself. I don't think he can change a lot to his style. The way he boxes, that's sort of Ben Davison style anyway, so there's not much Ben Davison could change in his style. That's all I got to do is turn up and give him hell and 10 rounds of pain.
You say hell and fire. Look him in the eyes. What are you going to do to him, Gavin?
I'm going to destroy him. 10 rounds of pain for him. That's what he's in for Saturday night, yeah.
Will it be clever or come forward, pressure?
I got to be clever. Obviously, last time I was letting him hit me at will because he can't punch. I was laughing. I was having fun in there. I took my foot off the gas at times, which I shouldn't have done. And I got a rolking in the corner for doing it and put my hands down and laughing at Eddie outside the ring when I got him Cameron backed up against the ropes, just having fun in there. Like, this to me is fun. Fighting is fun to me. Do you know what I mean? That's why I do it.
You can't punch? I don't believe that.
That's okay. We'll see Saturday night.
We'll see Saturday.
Yeah, we're gonna find
I
out.
can't punch either, so it'll be 2 feather fists.
I think we made a fantastic fight. Cameron, look at him and tell him why it's all going to change on Saturday night. Not the victory that you got last time, but the performance and the manner
Listen, I don't need to say too much, Adam. The mutual respect's there. We had a 10-round war last time. I don't want to say too much. All I can say is tune in live on DAZN Saturday night, and it's going to be a great fight.
Prediction?
A Cameron Vong win. That's all I can say.
By all means necessary.
Any means necessary.
Gavin, is this shoot or bust for you at this stage of your career? What happens?
It's a Mexican win, same as last time. Just hopefully the judges are not wearing blindfolds this time.
Final message for Cameron?
I'll see you Saturday.
I can't wait. Jamie, over to you. The small talk area. Rematch is on Saturday night here.
Okay, thank you, Adam. How good was that? Look, in the small talk zone this week, no Charlie Parsons, which means not much to offer in terms of eye candy between myself and Sonny Edwards. But 3 fighters here join us on the sofa here this week, as Eddie said. Big moments in their respective journeys. The return of Zelfa Barra on the big platform, on the big stage, with a bit of a point to prove in a new weight division. And for these two as well, Aaron Bowen and Ibrahim Suleiman, both step up to the 10-round schedule distance for the first time in their first title fights as professionals as well. Let's start with you, Aaron. Look, big moment for you in your young professional journey. Great amateur as well, of course. But when you look at the adjustments you've been able to make, the ups and downs you've had through 7 fights, why do you believe now was the right time for this?
Well, I believe I was ready the whole year, but with the injury and stuff setting me back, I just think it's all aligned nicely now. You know, I've had great camps. I've had good camp for this one, but every camp's led to this one. Do you know what I mean? I didn't feel so good in the last few fights, but starting to really find my feet now, and I think it's filed perfectly, and I think you'll see the best of me this fight.
A highly touted amateur. You had great success. We've spoke about that before. You and your opponent, Tom Cowlin, you local to each other, maybe not have shared some rounds, but you share an opponent. A year ago, pretty much to the day, you fought James Todd on a great card in Birmingham that night. But that was a war and a fight that a lot of people took notice of. Cowlin stopped him around earlier. Are you reading too much into that, or?
No, not really, because I sort of blame the injury for that fight and my own mistakes, but you know, I don't read too much into that. I don't really read too much into any opponent, do you know what I mean? I try to do my thing, and hopefully that's enough on the night.
They don't give titles out, though, Aaron. They bang up for this. Speaking to the team in the Fight Week Hotel, they really fancy the upset here. What do you know about the man in front of you, and what do you think of their energy and confidence?
I like the energy because I've said to you guys all after every fight, I want better tests, I want harder tests. That's where you see the best of me. I'm sparring, you know, Ben Whittaker, sparring Aaron McKenna. I'm feeling good in there. But then when I was dropping to the levels, I didn't feel so good. So he's bang up for it. He's coming to win. You'll see the best of me, and I think, you know, this will be a good fight. I've sold nearly 700. I don't know how many he's done, but you know, this could be fight of the night, and you know me, I'll always bring it.
And just finally, great domestic division as well at 160 pounds right now. The likes of Jimmy Sains, the likes of George Liddard, big business to take care of first on Saturday. But what do you think, Aaron, this can be the start of for you?
This opens all the doors, you know, a good win here, a good knockout, that's what I'm looking for. This opens doors to English, British, you know, the Saudi shows. I can't look past Saturday night, but I've got to do well, and I've got to win well, which I will.
Okay, wish you best of luck on Saturday night, Aaron Bowen. Great fight. Don't miss that second fight on the DAZN broadcast against Tom Cowlin. Vacant Midlands area middleweight title on the line. And speaking of area titles, this time the super featherweight version of it. A big moment for you, Ibrahim Spider Suleiman as well. Look, similar question to what I just asked Aaron Bowen. Looking at your journey, you've had the experience now, 3 8-rounders, all gone the distance on the spin. Why is this the perfect time for you to capture that first belt?
It's a great time for me. My 10th fight in on Saturday, and what a way to finish the year with a little title.
Do you think the first time stepping up to 10 rounds, first time fighting for a title fight, the first time in a sort of local rivalry as well, have you planned or prepared any differently, or has it been business as usual in camp?
We always prepare the same. We prepare that we're fighting for a world championship. So come Saturday night, you're going to get the best version of me.
And what are we expecting? I think the first few fights you had in the pro career, you showed blistering hand speed, you stopped everyone very early. The last few fights, as the levels started creeping up and the toughness, it's gone the distance. So you settling more into the understanding that, okay, I'm getting in a 10-round fight, or are we expecting fireworks straight out the block?
No. I've gotten more into my professional groove of stuff. Before, like amateur, everything was fast-paced. Now I'm a professional fighter, so I'm taking it like a round at a time. And obviously, if I see the opportunity there, I'm going to snatch it.
And just finally, Spider, a similar question to what I just asked Aaron Bowen there. Look, a chance to pick up your first title. It'll be a night you always remember, but what's the dream for you in this sport? Where do you believe this win will take you eventually in the game?
Winning the Midlands area title is a good start. It's where I want to start. Because in the future, when I win a world title and I look back, I can see like, yo, I've done it all. I've done it properly, the right way.
Okay, Spider, wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. Good fight, that, a local derby against Nico Ogbeidi. And also, back on the big stage, a return for Zelfa Barrett. As I said in the intro, they're up in a new weight division, a new training team as well, with a bit of a point to prove. Zelfa, is that a fair assessment? What is the ambition for you at this stage? And I guess what's changed for you mentally, physically, since that fight with Jazza Dickens?
To be a world champion at lightweight, you know, after my last fight, I moved to a different gym, you know, and just program myself, reset, and yeah, man, I'm ready to, you know, make moves in the lightweight division.
Now, the Jazza Dickens fight, it was for anyone that was supporting you, it was a hard watch by the end. What do you think went wrong in that fight? Because you was probably touted to win that fight from the start. But if we look at what Jazz has done since, he's shown that he's, you know, still operating at a very, very high level. So I don't think there's no slight on that performance. But do you think it was the weight? Do you think it was a bit of complacency?
I want to give Jazz the credit, you know, world champion now, like, good guy. So, but yeah, the weight just killed me, man. You know, after the Gale fight, I should have moved up. But I was so high in the ratings. It's like, why am I going to go to lightweight to start again? So I just couldn't get my rhythm, couldn't get into gear, and take nothing away from Jazz. He'd done what he had to do, and credit to him, but that wasn't me. That wasn't the best version of me.
And what are you expecting from Liam? Because, you know, when Liam was matched up against Pierce O'Leary, I thought that was out of order. I thought the matchmaking was 2-1. But then he got in the ring, and he gave Pierce O'Leary a very hard time, and won rounds as well, and went the distance, probably a weight up above that he's really meant to be operating. What are you expecting from him? Because he has shown that he's a tough night's work for anyone really in the division.
Certainly showed that in that Reece Bellotti fight as well.
Yeah, man, you know, he's a good fighter. You know, you don't give out British titles for nothing, and maybe that's the kind of fight I want. I don't want to fight no journeyman or whatever. It brings the best out in me. It's making me think, oh, he thinks he can do this. So, yeah, man, he's a good fighter, but I believe I'm world class, so it is what it is.
What have you got your eyes on next year, Zelfa? All going well for you on Saturday night?
Just any big fight, anyone at the lightweight division. You know, I don't fear nobody. Like, I believe in myself, my skills and my ability to go with the weight. So, anybody and anything at this moment in time, eyes on my opponent, and then we move.
Okay, great stuff. Well, great to see you back, Zelfa Barrett. Wish you the best of luck. Great fight that, by the way, on the prelims against Liam Dillon. And as I said, big fights in the careers of Aaron Bowen and Ibrahim Suleiman. Also a big night for Meatball Molly McCann, who returns for the second time as a professional boxer this weekend after victory over in Belfast in September. She faces Ebony Cotton, who's had a little bit to say in the build-up. Over to you to stir the pot, Adam Smith.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Women's boxing absolutely flying at the moment. 9 years since Katie Taylor's professional debut. Matchroom have been there every step of the way. TMA Ayton, what a wonderful prospect she is. Two prospects here, I guess. They both had a fight each, Ebony Cotton and Molly McCann. Molly, we'll start with you. Great to see you turn over in Belfast, looking very sharp in not a new sport because you were a boxer once upon a time, but how have you found that transition, first of all, from the world of the UFC?
A lot nicer on the body, not as many injuries, not as harsh a weight cuts, and feels like home. Coming back at the first sport I learned was boxing, first combat sport, so it's nice to go to work every day and do the thing that was my first love. I've been embraced well by the boxing community. I had a good first professional debut, and I'm ready to fight you on Saturday, girl.
Can't wait, mate.
Ebony, one or two things to say between the pair of you. Let's just talk. First of all, you put your glasses down, which is
yeah, we're going to swap them in a minute. I might not be able to see it, but we'll do it.
Ebony, for those who don't know too much about you, got a great story, backstory, a dancer. You were obviously in Australia a long time. You've come back, you've settled here, and boxing saved you as well. Tell us a little bit more.
So yeah, I was gifted an opportunity. I believe that I was put back here, given a second chance at life, really. This was my purpose. It saved me, and I intend to show the world why. I also intend to share that with the rest of the world too, because everyone deserves a safe space, and that's what boxing gave me.
This is a golden opportunity for you against a big name in Molly McCann. How are you going to take it, and what's going to happen Saturday night when you meet?
I'm sure at one point in your career, you got handed an opportunity, right?
I grabbed it with both hands.
That's exactly what I'm about to do. There's no way I'm going to let this slip out my fingers.
What do you think that you've got that Molly doesn't possess in a boxing ring?
You'll find out on Saturday.
What do you think, Molly? Having
Me or A?
That's it.
No, what was you saying? What do you think about A or about me?
What do you think of her quality coming into this against what you've done as a kid in the ring and obviously what you've shown us already out in Ireland?
Past accomplishments don't mean nothing in this sport. It's a completely different sport, but I've fought on the stages that you're about to fight on. When I look at you, I see a woman who's trying to take everything that she wants. She'd probably give everything that she has in this fight camp to make it happen. I don't feel like I'll be outskilled in any way. I feel like I'll beat you everywhere, and I'm ready to show and level up and just show boxing what I can do. And it's not a disrespect for you. I just know I'm better than you.
Skills and pedigree and experience.
I've been where she is before. I know about your professional career is very short and there wasn't much there before. I've learnt my lessons, I've took me hidings, I've given me hidings out, and I know where I'm at, I'm safe and I'm good. And what you think it's going to be like on Saturday, it's not. It's going to be worse.
This is a new experience for you. Big fight week, press conference weigh-in and all that. Are you lapping it up and come Saturday night you'll just do everything you can?
You know, sometimes in life you feel like you've hit your purpose, and I always knew I'd be on the stage. Being on the stage doesn't scare me. I used to dance in front of thousands of people from a very, very young age. In fact, I love it. I thrive in the opportunity. And I respect, again, everything that you just said, but the reality is going to be very different.
What is the reality?
It's my
Tell
turn
Molly.
now.
What do you mean it's your turn?
My turn. You've had your career.
You haven't even started.
Exactly.
You've got nothing going on for you, love.
Exactly. So what does that say about you, if that's how you feel?
What do you mean? What's that say about me?
Well, if you feel that way, well, what does that say about you if they're putting you in with me?
Anyone who I get asked to fight, I've done it my whole career.
Same. Let's go.
I'm going then.
Do you think you've got the skills as well as the will to beat her?
100%.
She'll have the will, she won't have the skill.
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
Why do you think you've got the skill?
Because like I said at the very beginning when I got given this opportunity, I was going to do anything it took, and I have.
All right, Rocky.
It's an opportunity you're going to grasp. Tell Molly how you're going to win.
She'll see.
Simple as that. What are you going to do Saturday night?
Box your ears off, knock it out. You're laughing now,
My
but
ears
yeah,
off.
box your ears off and I'll knock it out.
I love that.
And then it's onwards and upwards.
You never look past the fight. Every fight's a fight. Do you know what I mean? I'm not being that disrespectful to you. Yeah, I could walk onto a punch. I could slip, break my ankle, fuck knows. But I'm going to knock it out on Saturday.
Same.
And it's going to be the night of your life.
100%.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Jamie, Eddie, I don't know who's next, but yeah, we're ready to go here.
Okay, thank you, Adam. How good was that? I believe we are now heading to the stage for the face-offs here in Fight Week. And of course, starting with the main event on Saturday night, as I said in the intro. The long-awaited, eagerly anticipated official Matchroom debut of the surgeon Ben Whittaker. At his best, Sonny Edwards, what is the talent? How good is Ben Whittaker, in your opinion?
Oh, tremendous. Has tremendous ability, can make things look easy that fighters that have won world titles would struggle even thinking up. He's technically one of the best fighters we've got, but we've got to see him in these sorts of fights. Gavazi's coming with a lot of confidence. He's got a good record, only lost in his debut. Has been 19-0 since then. He's got 13 knockouts, which suggest relatively heavy hands. Will he be one of the fighters that can push any sort of test towards Ben Whittaker? He is of such a high level that it takes a good fighter just to mix it and compete with him.
done it all as an amateur, but there was a lot of pressure on him in that rematch with Liam Cameron. How beneficial do you think that will be for him to have had a situation like that so early on in his professional journey?
Yeah, I think it will stand him in good stead because it was very controversial the first time, but there was nothing controversial about the second. He came out, his first fight with Andy Lee, his new trainer, and he took Liam apart. And he's a very, very tough individual. We saw that in the first fight and at other stages of his career. But Ben really showed that he's not just a box full of tricks, that he can really land some solid, hurtful shots that night.
Of course, your chief support on Saturday night, Plenty said, between these two, the rematch, 1 day shy of the 1 year anniversary of their first meeting. Cameron Vong and Gavin Gwynn do it once more. Cameron victorious last year. Many believe that Gavin, the Welshman, had maybe done enough for victory that night. All the questions answered on Saturday. Your thoughts on this one, Sonny?
I think this is the fight I'm looking forward to the most. Since the first fight, how it ended, a lot of people thought Gavin should have come away with the win. He didn't. Cameron was. But it's been a whole year later. Both fighters have been away, they've been training, they've been developing, expecting this fight to come. Obviously, Cameron's been a lot busier. That might help him and stand him in good stead, but a fantastic fight for this card.
As is this, as Aaron Bowen said, could well steal the show and be fight of the night, this one. Midlands area middleweight title on the line in this one. Two big ticket sellers. He's never in a boring fight, is he, Sonny, Aaron Bowen?
No, and I don't think he knows how to have one, which is great for us. But at this area, at this level, it's going to be a tough fight. He's been getting in the ring and making sure that he's having hard fights. He sets about his pace, Aaron Bowen, in a way where he's not really looking to ease or feel them out. He gets in there throwing heavy shots. And, you know, when the two fighters meet in the middle of the ring, I think it's going to be a battle of who really wants it the most.
Yeah, that's the second fight on the live DAZN broadcast, which begins at 7 p.m. with this one. Can't wait for this one, Sonny. Professional boxing fight number 2 for Meatball Molly McCann and Ebony Cotton as well. Not here to just be an opponent for Molly McCann, here with her own aspirations, here with a bit to say and here to win as well.
Yeah, we stayed quiet because we thought that they would have a few words to say.
Letting the pictures do the talking, that is.
Yeah, they had a few words to say each other, which is bubbling nicely for that fight. But this one I'm really looking forward to.
Yep, big moment as well for 24-year-old 9-0 Ibrahim Spider Suleiman. Looks to pick up his first professional title win his home city on Saturday night. 6-1 Nico Ogbeidi, the man in the opposite corner. As a talent, Sonny Ibrahim Suleiman, call him Spider because the punches come from all angles. What's impressed you so far?
He's a very good fighter. He was a very good amateur. I've seen him up close in his fights, in the spars as well, where he's looked very, very impressive. And I think he can do it in one of a few ways. He can sort of set about and look to really try and hurt his opponent, but he can also box and make himself really elusive. And I think having those different tricks and tools in his armory is really going to stand him in good stead going forward. But I do think this is a step up, definitely a step in the right direction. The rounds, the level of fight, the title, it will be a good test to see where he's at.
I look forward to seeing this man as well, Zelfa Barrett, back in action on Saturday night. Third fight with trainer Joe Gallagher up now at 135 pounds. Faces the rough, tough, rugged Liam Dillon. We've seen him in some absolute wars on DAZN, particularly that fight with Reece Bellotti, Sonny. A danger here for Zelfa Barrett.
Yeah, and it's a fight that probably could have happened over 10 or 12 rounds for a title for these two lads at pretty much any other stage of their career apart from this one. And look, it's an 8-rounder. It is going to affect the fight and how it goes off a little bit, but Look, it's a great test for Zelfa and his sort of comeback, but Liam's going to be getting in the ring, really trying to rejuvenate where his career has got to. He's been more of an opponent the last few years, so I think it's going to be one of the best 8-rounders you'll see this year.
Yep, can't wait for all the action on Saturday night. Very happy to be joined by promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, what a card we have to look forward to on Saturday night.
That was going to happen. Yeah, brilliant card, top to bottom. I mean, you know, I know a lot of people talking about Ben Whittaker, obviously, and rightfully so, but I love the Cameron Vong rematch. You have to give him props, Sam Jones props. I mean, when he dived in with him, it probably was a little bit too early, and he's doing the right thing, which is to take that rematch. He had the one fight in between. Now's the time to really show that his quality. And if you are, like I said, if you are that world-class prospect, he will win on Saturday, and I think he'll do it well.
Do you think he was a bit fortunate the first time?
I do. Look, I've got a reputation for backing my guys. At the same time, I have to give you an honest opinion. When he gets the decision, I feel like it's a fight that could have gone either way. I probably edged it towards Gavin Gwynn. When I watched it back, I probably couldn't split them. But, you know, I have to give you my opinion at that time. And it's no good just telling a fighter that, yeah, they won the fight. You know, what I said was, I don't think you performed at your best. I think you were lucky to win the fight. We need to rematch him, put it right. And I think the fans will respect you more for making that rematch. He didn't have to take the fight first time, and he didn't have to take the fight this time. Aaron Bowen against Tom Cowlin is going to be an absolute war. I mean, Aaron Bowen's done, I don't know, 700-800 tickets from Coventry. Cowlin sold a load of tickets as well. That's a really good fight, and an important fight for Aaron Bowen, because we can't be slipping up at Midlands title level. You know, this is a guy we think can headline in big domestic fights in Coventry. And Molly McCann there, I'll tell you, he's exciting. 2-1-0, real prospects. And real, you know, the reality is pure novices in the professional code at the moment. And there's a lot on the line in that fight. Ibrahim Suleiman, first title fight as well. I mean, to have Liam Dillon against Zelfa Barrett as second fight of the night on Before the Bell tells you the depth of this card.
In terms of Ben Whittaker, already, I keep saying in the intro, long-awaited, eagerly anticipated. Where do you believe this journey will go between the pair of you?
Well, I think when we talk about Ben Whittaker, we've got to understand the quality of where he comes from. You know, we see the showboating, we see, you know, the huge Instagram following and social following, we see the look, we see the anime. Let's talk about the pedigree of this young man. He was a phenomenal amateur. I mean, people were telling me about Ben Whittaker 10 years ago, 5 years ago. He went to the Olympic Games, he won silver in the Olympic Games and was devastated. I mean, he was disgusted with himself for winning silver. This is the mentality of the man. We have to remember he's 10 fights in, and he hasn't really boxed anyone of note yet outside of Liam Cameron. The second performance was breathtaking, blistering, and that's what he should be doing to that level if he's going to be this guy that can challenge the incredible elite names that are at 175, and it's one of the toughest divisions out there. So he's only had 10 fights. We got a chance here with this superstar to take him the right way. And what I love about him is he's not just a performer, he's not just, you know, a showman, he's a phenomenal fighter. But we got to prepare him for what's ahead. And I like this fight against Gavazi, because I know a lot of people from Germany are saying, you know, they've been messaging me saying, you know, this is a real fight. I said, I know it's a real fight. We want a real fight. The guy's undefeated in his last 19. He's kind of naive to all this. So he's like, you heard him, this is the moment of my life. Big, tall, rangy, tough. I think it'll be a good style matchup. But as I said to Ben, the reality is, if you are that guy, you've got to look sensational on Saturday night, and I believe he'll do so.
And there's a lot of targets on young Ben Whittaker's back. To say how many fights he's had, the following, the exposure, the controversy, everything that follows his career so far does point towards being a standout. Do you think it's going to be a difficult job potentially navigating all the call-outs, all the challenges to get him to, because we want him to be world level. We don't want him to...
He's already talking about Benavidez.
Yeah, I mean, look, but Benavidez, those guys, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Right, and I've said before, there's like 3 levels here, right? There's the guys at domestic level, the really good fighters. You've got Craig Richards fighting Dan Aziz. You've got, I mean, Zach Parker, Boatza, you know, one of them could be above. You've got Willie Hutchinson, like these kind of guys. Then you've got Callum Smith, Anthony Yard, you know, those kind of level guys. Then you've got Bivol, Beterbiev and Benavidez. They sit alone as world champions. And they're like, this is a tough division.
Stacked.
But we are approaching just that bottom level. you know, you're going to see him in 2026 fighting the likes of Craig or Dan Aziz or Willie Hutchinson or Zach Parker or you know, these kind of fighters. And then you've got the step up to the real world-class guys like Callum, and then you've got the elite level. But 10 fights in, you know, all those names that I've mentioned, they've had dozens of fights. But the pressure, because of the way Ben fights and because sometimes he can be a little bit Marmite to some people, which is fine. That means people tune in and people buy tickets. Why is it, you know, if he's that good, why isn't he fighting those guys now? We've got something very special. Let's take our time, and like Sonny said, let's navigate it the right way. Andy Lee, phenomenal trainer, great team. And it's interesting what Andy said as well. I think sometimes people look at Ben Whittaker and they're not sure of the desire of the man. He trains very, very hard, and he puts everything in. Great team of people around him, no stone unturned, but looks fresh. By the way, huge as well. I mean, he's tall. You know, standing up there, he felt like he was as tall as
6'3".
Well, I'm 6'5". He felt like he was as tall as me, and he's a big light heavyweight. And this guy will be right in front of him on Saturday. He'll be game, and a chance to look really good.
Elsewhere, sorry, Sonny, just quickly elsewhere, Eddie, today, look, great card to look forward to on Saturday night, but I believe there is going to be a live face-off between Josh Warrington and Lee Wood.
You want the extra beef.
Why not?
So we're bringing him in, and rightfully so, because sometimes there's been so much said in the last 2 years. I want to see you say it now.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you hear all these stuff, you guys take them away in the media days, I'm going to do this. Tell him, he's there. And this fight should have happened a year ago. The first fight between Wood and Warrington was unbelievable. I mean, Warrington was bashing Lee up, and Lee turned it around, he stopped him. Some think it was early, some think it wasn't. He was hurt, badly hurt in the fight. And since then, they've not stopped talking. And finally we got to a stage. This fight's called Last Man Standing. It should really be called shit or bust, excuse my French. But it is, isn't it? And both guys should acknowledge, you've got two British greats, two former world champions, two guys with massive fan bases. This is it. This is the last roll of the dice. You lose this fight, you're done.
You think that's what's at stake for both?
They should both acknowledge that, because the winner's going to go on and have a big fight. The loser, they're not going to want to come back and build themselves back up. This is everything, this fight. So you've got their careers on the line, you've got the bad blood, you've got the controversy of the first fight, you've got Nottingham against Leeds, but most of all, you've got a great fight. And that card's going to be brilliant as well. Your man will announce at the weekend in a brilliant fight. Also, a certain heavyweight will make his return on that card as well. Tickets are already flying from the fighters. General sale on Monday, don't miss it.
Wrong to speculate that might be Ishmael Davis and Dave Allen?
It's the most active man in British boxing, Ishmael Davis. After the last fight, I said to Sonny, little rest now, come back early summer. No, we want to get back out in February. And by the way, hats off, we'll announce the fight on Saturday, but a very, very tough fight for him to go straight back into. And, yeah, there's a good chance Mr. Allen might be on this card. I believe he's part of the broadcast on Saturday, is he? So
I'm not sure, hopefully.
We'll maybe not after his last performance, but we'll let him do the honours.
Who do you put him in with next, Dave?
Dave is now going to come back with a 8 or a 10 round fight that, you know, is expected for him to go in, get that confidence back, get a good win. And then we're back to headline in Sheffield Arena in the summer, really. I mean, you know, Dave has got the love back for the sport. He doesn't want to just keep being thrown into fights that are 50-50 or he's an underdog in. Let's let him learn from the Makhmudov fight. Let him have another good camp with Jamie Moore. Go in there, knock someone out in the early part of 2026, and then you'll see him in another 50-50 fight, because that's what people are going to see. You know, I was at Jerron Ennis that night. People still talk about the atmosphere in the Sheffield Arena for the Dave Allen Makhmudov fight. I mean, this is a guy that has just become a real sweetheart of British boxing, but it doesn't mean we can fight anybody. It's got to be a real fight, but give him the chance to get that win under his belt in Nottingham and then go and be part of another huge show in Sheffield.
And I do think that the reaction to Dave's fight against Makhmudov was maybe a little harsh, and I think from everyone, and including himself, I think at times he was definitely pushing the action and was landing. I think, if anything, he just sort of got outfoxed and arm punched and held his way through a
But he was also
decision.
getting hit very hard. For me, Dave Allen took too many shots too early in that fight. You know, you can talk about, you know, taking the guy into the back half of the fight, but if you do that with damage, it becomes harder to do. And sometimes Dave has been guilty of not letting his hands go enough. I think he didn't let his hands go enough in that fight. But it's very difficult when you've got some absolute Russian lump, you know, throwing, like chinning you with straight right hands that are shaking you to your boots just to let your hands go. It's a dangerous, dangerous sport in that division. And Dave took too much too early, in my opinion. But he'll learn from that and he'll come back. But, you know, he wants another one of those nights. I think everybody that was there that night loved the whole occasion. But it's got to be a real fight. We can't just return to the Sheffield Arena against Sid Snott. It's got to be a big, big fight and a big opportunity for Dave Allen.
Just finally, Eddie, because we need to get set for the live face-off. As you see on the left hand there of Mr. Sonny Edwards, that to me spells a comeback. If the phone call comes, he says he wants 2 fights, Bam Rodriguez and Galal Yafai.
Yeah, well, he could probably come back and win a world title, being as skilled as he is. But trust me when I say, he's done it. He's been Ring Magazine #1. He's been world champion. You know, he's fought a pound-for-pound star in America. But they're fighters. They're never gonna want to say it's truly over until it's truly over. So we'll see. But we don't want to lose him from the commentary team.
Have you got your wooden spoon ready for Lee and Josh in just a moment?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, like I said, this has been months and years of chat. Let's hear it now.
Okay, absolutely. Let's hear it. Let's have it. Don't go anywhere. That's coming up very, very shortly. The live face-off ahead of the big rematch next year in February in Nottingham between Lee Wood and Josh Warrington. But, of course, the action on Saturday night here in Birmingham, the matchroom debut of the surgeon, Ben Whittaker.
For years, they hunted a myth, a master of evasion, a ghost in the shadows.
Keep her moving. Eyes ahead.
But those years were not exile. They were
contact, front.
Evolution. Enduring.
Advance.
Transcending.
Weapons up.
Into a higher form. And now, the ghost steps into the light, armed with new power, new belief, new backing. The level up is complete.
If you love the fight, you'll love the game.